Well, hopefully that will land in. Probably not. Knowing Jules.
Volume's turned down.
You turn the volume off?
Yep.
That was funny when you did that and Anne said she could hear us.
Everybody could hear us. So hello.
Is the volume on now?
You what, sorry?
Is the sound on yet?
Can you hear us?
Oh, Trev from Posh Cats. Trudgeons.
Caravan vlogger.
Vlogger.
Loud and clear.
Oh, wonderful.
Must be a first.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll let people drop in, but we're doing quite well because obviously we set off from down in Wiltshire to home at 8:30 this morning. Got home about 2. About 2 o'clock we got home, and we don't have Wi-Fi in the house anymore because we don't use it a lot, so we don't do it. So we use our 4G. So we're currently running off my Vodafone 4G. So let's just hope it stays with us.
No, we're not shattered, to be fair.
I am. Yeah.
I did all the driving.
Makes a change. Yeah, we're tired, but we got up early and we went for a coffee just after 6 with Mark and Gail Cooper. So we had a brew and then shot back, packed everything up, jumped in the car. Right, so we pack everything up.
I get worried when she does this. Really worried.
So we pack everything up, jump in the car, set off down the road, and we've gone about 10 minutes, weren't we? And I said something to the dog, Fudge, in the back. I said, "Oh, something or other, Fudge." There was no noise, which normally it responds. So I said, "Fudge?" Nothing. I was like, "You did put the dog in the car, didn't you?" And you actually, the look on your face, and we were both like, "Oh Christ, we've left Fudge behind." So anyway, we're like, "Fudge, Fudge." Anyway, thank God he got up at that point. But gee, I thought we'd left him. Oh, I'd have been in tears. But no, you made it safely home with us, didn't you, Fudge? It's like now he's not responding. He's just laying on the floor. Anyway, so we've got 1 minute. 1 minute till we're meant to be live, but we'll go through who is with us. So good evening to.
We have Caravan Shorts, Caravan Adventures with Archie, Posh Cats Camping, Tracker Motorsports, The Trudgeons, Hitch Up and Tow, Caravan Vlogger, Nick Jennings, Anne Brooks, Bob McKay, Stuart Small, Mr. Cook, Lloyd Goodwin, hello Yvonne and Lloyd, Tony Marsh.
I've got a bit of a story later on about Yvonne Goodwin and her husband.
It's like a register at a school.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, you'll be in the naughty corner soon. Tony Marsh, Venomator.
You're going to tell a story?
Yeah, I'll come to the story.
Oh.
Yeah, people might stay and watch a bit longer to hear the story.
We've only, the truth of the matter is, we've only actually started early because the setup that I've got for live streaming is mediocre, to say the least. So it's taken me 15 minutes just to run around to try and get everything sorted to be able to set it up, and then you get stressed because you don't think it's actually going to work. So.
Right, I'm not. Well, Jules is a perfectionist. I'm not. I'm like, right, let's just bang it out. But because he's such a perfectionist, everything's got to be perfect. So we've now got this is how the other side of us. There is the iPad strapped to with some sort of gaffer tape.
It's about a ton of gaffer tape.
To a tripod with some microphone hanging off it.
They don't want to know all this.
No, they do, because I tell you what you've done. You're that anal. You've strapped the microphone to my mother's oak table. If my mum could see that, and she's in a picture frame over there, if she could see that, she would freak her hell out over that, because that's going to rip all the varnish off that oak table.
No, it's good stuff, is that?
It's not that good. Anyway. So, and we've got some blue spanners. So thanks to Ian and Dan and is it John that's joined us?
Yeah.
So thank you very much for spannering. Yeah, I think there's quite a few people have arrived. So if you want, we'll make a bit of a start. last time we did a live, I think it was about the 1st of February.
Do you mean you think the first? You had a look earlier and found
Yeah,
out
well,
all
I
the
think
dates
it was the 1st. That's what I wrote down, but you know what I'm like. So I think it was about the 1st, and we'd been to Longleat, and then we'd been on holiday, and then we were joining you live from my dad's lounge. My dad got a little bit inebriated, and
Tipsy.
you could hear him in the background, and it was a little bit different, probably. And then we were actually leaving then to go down to pick the caravan up, which was still in storage at Dorchester. And we were going with the Duvelet mattress that we'd got. So we headed off and we picked up the Adria and we had a quick night at Hunter's Moon, didn't we? And we got the new Duvelet mattress all set up. The other foam one, we cut a chunk of it out and gave it to Fudge. So Fudge is now enjoying sleeping on Adria foam mattress. And the rest of it went into Wareham Tip. And we went off then to Brighton, didn't we?
I know, it's all a blur.
It's a blur. We went to Brighton,
No idea.
and we had a little stop at Brighton for a while. I can report the Duvelet mattress, the sprung one, for anyone that hasn't seen the vlog, is amazing. Absolute winner. If you've got a problem with your mattress, brilliant. Don't even hesitate to go and get one.
But if you have a problem getting out of bed, then
Yeah.
you probably won't want one because you just will lay there.
Yeah, but yes, that was brilliant. And then we went to Brighton. The Brighton site, we did a review on it. It's a good site, but it's a little bit of a strange. I don't know whether it's because they get a lot of. I don't know. It was a bit strange. That's probably the best way to describe it, really. But we saw Anne and Gary, didn't we? Anne and Gary Brooks joined us, and we've adopted them.
Adopted us.
With a view to we've adopted. They've adopted us. With a view to us sort of moving in with them maybe, but we've not quite we went the other day and we took a load of possessions and Anne wouldn't open the door. So
they're now in a garage.
So they're now
with the crowbar that I used to get in the garage.
So we saw Anne and Gary, and we had such a laugh, didn't we? We had a really nice time. It was really bad weather. If you remember at the start of February, it was wild.
We do know you're here, Anne. Yes, we do.
And we went on Brighton Pier.
Live streaming from your garage.
Yeah, we haven't driven to Yorkshire. We're in Anne's garage. And we keep tapping, hoping she'll let us in, but she's not having it.
I only want a pot of tea.
And some shortbread. So we went to Brighton, we saw Anne and Gary, and we went on the pier. And we also met Rich.
From Legs Down?
From Legs Down. And we had a really nice walk. Although I was a bit worried we were going to lose Anne at one point because we walked all the way down this track to, it was like a beach area, wasn't it?
It was beautiful, some lovely views.
Yeah, and we didn't take Fudge on that bit. And we got to the bottom and we started walking back. Now,
some of the pictures are in the blog for the Brighton blog on our website because we put the pictures in there.
Yeah, if you want to see a picture of where we nearly lost Anne, you can have a look. Because as we started to walk back, she started struggling to breathe, and I started thinking, oh my God, we're going to have to use our old first aid skills or Jules will have to carry her. But no, we got back and we went for lunch, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And we had a really nice lunch. And I couldn't eat all mine, so Gary finished it, which I've noticed is a bit of a thing. When you take these pensioners out for a meal, they don't order a lot and then they eat what you don't eat. So I'm cottoning on to that.
You're waffling, come on.
All right, and then what did we do after Brighton? We
went to the show.
Oh my God, yeah, we went to the Chapel Lane. We drove up to Chapel Lane, where John and Tina Cook were, and also we met up with Stephen and Carla who were there. And obviously the whole thing was to spend the week at the Caravan and Camping and Motorhome show, which we did, and that was brilliant. The October show I didn't really get to see much of. I was there for about half a day because my mum at that point was in the hospital. And we didn't really do a great deal. I had to leave Jules in the capable hands of Ian Hardham. So for February, we went with the intention of having the best time ever, and my God, did we. And I know we tweeted and we vlogged, and I know it was probably too much, and some people thought, Christ, well, you two pack it in. But we had so much fun. And the people
really
we met,
it.
and I'll go through some of the people, and I'm sorry if I missed some of you off, but we met so many people. So Love of Caravans, we met them for the first time. They're a lovely couple, and I know they like McDonald's, and they're currently looking at getting a new Bailey. So good luck to you two. We met Dan Carr from Cars and Caravan. Now, Dan, turns out, he has this chain of bakeries that aren't just average, they're like award winning. So I've really befriended Dan because I quite like sausage rolls and pastries. Although this week he did sort of make me feel a bit ill when he did a vlog and I saw him in like a giant onesie in bed.
But I was loving when he was rocking the Ghostbusters onesie.
Yeah, that was a bit... It was wrong, but it was right. And yeah, I did enjoy that vlog in a quite strange
It wasn't
manner.
where he was, it was the...
It was where
it was the actions.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't average for a large man of around 20 odd stone, but it made my day. So yeah, he is a lovely chap, and I can't wait to see more from his channel later this year. Trev from Posh Cats, we met up with Trev, and I didn't recognise him because he didn't have his hat on, and it was only when he mentioned his hat that I realised who he was. Bus and Beyond, we met up with Sean and Lizzie, didn't we, for the first time? They were very entertaining. Fee Reeves, who's from Twitter, I met up with her, and again, obviously I didn't even know what she looked like, so it was rather embarrassing, but she was absolutely lovely. Retire and Rehire, Graham Caravan vlogger, Caravan Chit Chat, obviously we saw Vicky and Aaron again this week, who were celebrating her birthday. The Morley family were there, the Caravan Gossip family were there, Dan was there.
So was Angela and Chloe.
Yeah, the whole family.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan was there. Yeah,
the
Angela
family.
yeah, they were there.
The Stalwarts. We saw
the
Rob on one
Stalwarts,
day and
yeah.
Andy on another.
Yeah, that was weird.
Mr. Ditton was there.
Yeah,
for
Andrew
the first
Ditton.
Day.
And we also got to meet Claire from Tin Box Traveller and Gavin from Get Out with the Kids. So that was good. Now, the story about Yvonne Goodwin. Now, Yvonne's from Leeds. And yeah, so she's a Yorkshire focus. Now, I met her first time. Oh, bless her, she's lovely. And she was telling me with great enthusiasm that she's booked Torafest for May, but she hadn't told her husband. And I was like, oh, right. She says, yeah, it's a secret. I'm going to surprise him. So I'm like, oh, yeah. Now, take this on board. I can't keep a secret. Because after we'd spent ages talking to them and they're just sort of saying goodbye to them, I said, brilliant, I'll see you at Torafest. And her husband just went, at what? I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, oh, my God. I said, Yvonne, I am so sorry. And I just got so excited that I blew it. I totally blew it, didn't I? So I'm really sorry, Yvonne. I ruined it. I'm so sorry. I actually still feel bad now. This is why I'm telling you, because I felt so bad. And then and we saw Ryan and Mel Philpott. Now, I've got another funny story about Ryan that I told Mel about when I met him. But
just
I won't
quickly,
tell
whilst
you now.
I'm in that mindset, Torafest, we can talk a bit about that if you want. But all I really want to say is there are 2 spaces. Unfortunately, due to commitments or something else, we have lost 2 people. So they've offered up their spaces. So we've got 2 spaces. So if there's anybody in here who wanted to come, who isn't coming, has a friend that might want to come, then please, direct message the Torafest Twitter page. I'm hoping that will go up and it's there. Thank you, Ian. Go on to that. Follow the Torafest Twitter page because everything's coming out on there. So we're going to start drip feeding some of the bits and pieces that we've managed to cement in place now because we have been sort of in negotiations with people trying to sort everything out. So that's quite exciting because everything's coming together now nicely and a nice sort of pace. So that's going to start coming. So if you're not on Twitter, then go on Twitter, follow that. Like I say, if you've got anybody on there that wants to come who hasn't been able to make it for whatever reason, for commitments that might have changed, get them to message us and it'll be a first come first served basis. So if you're not on there and you want to be on there, then the fairest way to do it is to do it that way. So that was just to put that one out.
Yeah, and if you book it as a surprise for somebody, don't let me know because you won't. You'll regret it. So yeah, we met with loads of people. The show was brilliant, and I got to cook on the stage at the Freedom to Go Theatre, which I said I would do it. You all mocked me for my cooking, and I said I'll be on that stage, and I did. And I didn't know whether to like cry with excitement or just like wee myself on stage because I was that excited that I did it. But I thought I'd better. Oh, thanks. Yvonne is accepting that it was a genuine, honest mistake. So thank you, Yvonne. I'm so sorry. So that was the show. We had a great time. If you're going in October, brilliant. We are all being well. We are planning on going.
I think we've been bad, to be fair. I don't think we're allowed back. They've probably put barriers up to stop us, but we shall jump those barriers hopefully and be there. But it'd be great to see anybody here.
And it was nice because also John Cook won some of our competition tickets, and we got to see him there as well because he was stranded at Chapel Lane with no car. So he jumped in and got a lift. So he had a good day out, and I think he bought a few bits. So he was a happy chap. So then we came away from there. I came home to sort my dad out, sort the house out, and then we went to Banbury for a week, didn't we? And that was with the intention because the Adria was coming up to, well, it is coming up to being a year old. It's nearly a year since we got it. So it was due a service. So we had it serviced and all was good, as we hoped. We will be doing a vlog in a few weeks, just really a summary of how we've got on with that Adria, because I know...
Hashtag new video alert, how we've got on, where we're at, everything that's come up, and...
Yeah, so that'll...
We think 1 year in's a nice sort of...
Yeah, well, it'll let you know, how we've got on with it, what's gone wrong, what's not gone wrong, and how we're still in love with it, which, I know you probably can't work that one out, so I'm sure you'll all watch it. So that's that. So the service went well. We were pleased with that. And then we trundled down the road and we went back down to Longleat, where we've been. And it was nice to see Gail again. Mark, well, he comes along with Gail, so we had to sort of suck that bit up. But yeah, it was nice to see Gail again. And Deb's there, obviously, with Steve. And we saw Aaron and Vicky, didn't we? They were there, so that was good. So no, we've had a nice little time there. And then what's next? Well, we've shot up here now because we are going to the Harrogate Warner show on Saturday. I think Bob Earnshaw and Bob McKay are already...
Bob and they're watching. So hello, the two Bobs.
And I think there's a few of you.
Mark
funny enough, Mark Jubb's just joined us. They live not far from us here. So I think they might be going Saturday. So hopefully Saturday we'll see a few of you there for a bit of a laugh and see what's going on.
Hi Dave, Parknest. How are you doing? Hope you're well.
And I think John is from Lensman. He's on, isn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, John Rice. Yeah, and also Tony Marsh we mentioned.
Yeah. So that's where we're going at the weekend, and then we are going away again. We're going down to Devon. We're having a week in Devon. Now, we've...
Stephen, what pen has Karina got? Is it a caravan pen?
It's not, I'm afraid. It's just a cheap, nasty one. So I'm sorry, Stephen. I must try and obtain some more... In fact, that leads me on. I wonder if we can get... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I might be able to get a different pen for you. Now, we've got some exciting news. We've got quite a few exciting bits that are going on.
Pulling faces at you, because we have a little bit of a thing here where I normally find out exactly what's going on in our life by either opening a web page
Rob as well in Harrogate,
to see where Karina's looking at going next, or it drops in on my phone to say you've booked somewhere. That's how I sort of find out exactly where I'm going. So
yeah, and I know Caravan Adventures with Archie have invited us round for a brew, so. At some point, we'll go down to Devon for 1 week, and that's on the first week of April. We're there, and then we're heading up for the 2 weeks over the Easter period. We're going to an adults only site because we haven't got children, and for me, I'm quite happy on an adults only site for Easter, and so's Fudge, who's currently snoring on the floor. The other night, I thought I heard lions at Longleat, and I didn't. It was Fudge in the awning, so I was a bit disappointed. But they have been roaring.
Hiya, Chris.
One of the really good things that came out of the show, a lot of good things came out of the show for us, to be fair. One was that we didn't get asked to leave. That was quite good. But a lot of good stuff came of it. One of the things we followed up with, and when we go to Devon, we are going to actually be reviewing a different tow car. We're not going to be towing with the Rexton. It's something else. So I'm not going to spoil the surprise in case it doesn't happen. At least then I can borrow somebody's car and pretend it really did. But we are going to be tow car testing. So stand by for that level of excitement. And it's an interesting one because it's a vehicle that we considered before we got the Rexton. So I am quite interested to see how it does compare and how it tows. So we'll be bringing you that second Friday in April. The review on that will come to you. So yeah, and then we will be hitting Tourfest. Now, I know some of you aren't going to Tourfest, and this is something I want to talk about because some of you aren't going for various reasons. It's a long way, and we appreciate that. I mean, you know, we're up here, and then we're tying it in with this trip down south, although I'm not sure where our travels are going to take us. I know we're going to Bognor Regis at some point, and hopefully seeing Stephen and Carla again, but yeah, Jules doesn't got a clue. Tourfest, for those that are coming, fantastic. There is going to be a raffle. The charity this year is Macmillan. Now, there aren't many people that haven't been affected by cancer in some way. And obviously, I recently lost my mum and Jules has lost his. So Macmillan's quite an important charity, really, for a lot of people, for a lot of reasons. If you're not going to Tourfest, you will be able to still buy raffle tickets online. This details will be coming out soon because I know Dan's going to do a vlog about it, about how we can do this. So that'll be coming out, so you can still buy raffle tickets to try and win some of the great prizes that have been donated to us. And there's been some fantastic prizes donated, and we will be obviously listing all these. But we are also going to have a Just Giving page. So if you don't want to buy a raffle ticket or just like to make a donation, then you'll be able to do that as well. But as I say, details of that will be coming. So yeah, that's fantastic. Now, other things. We're still obviously doing our vlogging, and we've got the website where I'm writing the blogs for people that like to read and look at pictures. So we're still on with that. Jules is also going to be, from early April, is going to be starting his own new mini-series. Now, I can't cook, all right. We all know I can't cook. I don't even pretend that I can. And yes, I have got an extensive selection of menus from all over the country. But Jules, what are you going to be doing? Cooking. Explain.
It's a dramatic pause because everybody on here is saying Jules has got plenty to say tonight. Karina, can you let Jules have a say? Yeah, Jules, let Karina have a say.
Yeah,
Jules. So I just sit here because I just get steamrolled over every time, and when I do try and interject, I just get anyway. Tin to Tum Tuesdays. Any of you who've been on the website, you may have seen that I've added a new page. That's up and coming, starting, and everything else. So yeah, Tin to Tum Tuesdays. It's going to be everything culinary for your inside, outside barbecuing and your culinary delights. That's what I'm going to look at. And it's going to be real good health food stuff. My first one, I think I'm doing a breakfast burrito. About 30 pounds of fat and lard. And it's going to be, but it's going to taste beautiful. Bit of a revelation, and I'm gonna unveil it here tonight. I've got a new cooking device.
It sure has.
It's called a cob.
A cob.
So I'm going to be trying it on a cob. Now, the series is going to be covering everything. So I'm going to be using a Caddac, a cob, anything. I've even got a jet boil, an old jet boil that I had years ago. So I might even fire something up with that. But the cob, I've got the Premier Plus. I've got. So that's currently sat ready to be fired up and tried. I'm watching some of the Facebook pages, and wow, some of the people that are cooking stuff on there, they are cooking some phenomenals. I'm not saying I'm at that level, but I might get Dan to give me a little bit of a push in the right direction to be able to get something nice and cooked up. But I'm pretty good with bacon and sausage, so yeah, wait for that. I have filmed a couple, but I'm not quite happy with it at the moment. So again, being a bit of a perfectionist-ish, you wouldn't say that seeing our vlogs like, but I do like to take my time, and I do want to bring something across. So it's going to be a vlog and a blog with the recipe and everything, so you can do bits and pieces with it and have a look, see how I've done it. So that's just something different because everybody's got a Caddac. So I thought I'd try something on a cob. But again, I'll be using the Caddac as well. So do not fear, food will be here.
yeah. So will food poisoning shortly.
They're not eating it. I'm eating it.
But you've invited Anne and Gary round as well to sample some of this. Anyway, so yeah. So the Warner show, obviously it's coming up. We will trot along to see Eileen on her stand with the pet shop. So that should be good. We'll be supporting that and other local businesses. Bob Earnshaw said that he'd enjoyed the security device vlog. So thank you for that. I mean, yeah, one thing we do joke, I know we joke, you know, that's just us, but security is serious and it is important. And I can say that anything we show in our vlogs and blogs are products that we genuinely do believe in. We will never bring to you anything that is a heap of rubbish because, one, like us, we worked really hard for everything we've got. And if somebody told me and endorsed a product and I bought it and it was a heap of junk, I'd be seriously hacked off. So if it's a load of rubbish, you won't be seeing it on the channel, and I'm serious about that because it's not fair. It's not fair on you that watch it, and it questions your credibility, really, doesn't it? So those Maypole products, they are tested, they are secure, and you know they're an excellent idea because you rock up at the storage yard and your van's gone. Well, I tell you what, I'd be absolutely devastated, to be quite honest. Equally, if your car goes, you wake up in the morning, and we've been to victims of crime for years. And we've seen how upsetting crime is. And so I said, oh, it's insured. Yeah, it is insured. And yes, you know, don't throw yourself under the wheels of it if it's been stolen. But equally, when you've worked hard and it's your pride and joy, you're absolutely gutted. So, I mean, if anyone ever wants any security advice, you know, do ask, because we'll tell you realistically how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, and how you best prevent it. So do ask away.
Something that I did learn in the police as well is the only person who thinks they know everything is an absolute idiot because they don't. So if we don't know the answer, we won't make it up and we'll say we don't know, but we possibly know where to go or how to be able to find it and get the answer for you. And I think that's the difference. It's got to be the right information to be provided to give you the right level that you're after. So that's enough of that.
Yeah, that's enough serious stuff because we don't really do much of that. So yeah. And Caravan Adventures with Archie. I'll just mention these two ladies that have sort of popped up recently. Jane and Helen, and they've got a little dog called Archie, and he's a Yorkshire Terrier, so he can't be all that bad, can he, really, because he's from Yorkshire. But they seem an absolutely lovely couple, and their little dog seems absolutely hilarious. Fudge really can't wait to get him in his mouth and meet him. But no, they seem really, really nice. They're busy on Twitter, and they've got a channel that they're just starting. So, like people supported us, which we couldn't believe. And equally, I'll say, you know, support the channels that are coming up, because it is important that we do all stick together, and it's a good laugh, and everyone brings something different. And it's brilliant, isn't it? And that's what we really enjoy. It's like such a laugh. I've never had such a laugh in my life, I don't think.
And we're absolutely humbled and proud for the amount of people that have followed us, and you know, a massive thank you to every one of you. And if you haven't, why haven't you? But thank you. Genuinely, it's great.
It is, and it's really good fun. As I say, you know, we just try and Nick Jennings. I didn't know Jules was ex-police. Thank you for your service. Oh, thanks, Nick. I was as well. I actually did a little bit more than Jules because I'm older, not because I did more work.
Oh, sorry. Right. Oh, yeah. Say.
No, we did.
Genuinely tickled me.
Yeah, we did 17 years, and then we left last May, didn't we? So yeah, but we keep in touch with a lot of our police friends, and we had a good chat at the NEC to Tim Booth.
Tim Booth from NAVSIS.
NAVSIS.
I used to do quite a lot of work with NAVSIS, so it was quite good to speak and get chatting.
Yeah, he's an ex-Bobby. So if you ever want any further advice, have a look on the NAVSIS site. And he again also endorses Sold Secure products. So he's quite an interesting chap.
I just want to say, Eileen McKay said about donating some prizes.
Thanks, Nick.
To the raffle. If there's anybody out there, then please, if there is something that you want to give for the raffle to aid, you know, the sales of the tickets, then again, if you direct message to the Tourafest Twitter page, or if you're going, or even if you're not there, just get in touch with one of us. Send it on to me. I'm just trying to think, if you're not on Twitter or anything like that, leave me a message on here. Contact form on the website, anything like that. Just send us a message, genuinely. Thank you, and we'll pick it up. We'll sort that out. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, because the more prizes we get, the more we can give away, which is brilliant. We can't accept any relatives that you might want to give away, though. So if I just make that clear, because otherwise I'd put my dad in.
Or children. A lot of people want to, donate their children. Unfortunately, it's not really.
No, we can't accept them. Let's see what we've got. So I don't know. I mean, is any? Stephen, that is so kind that we consider raffling off one of your pens. I know how important those pens are, and I just don't think we could accept it. I mean, what do you think?
It's going to be a used item.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
You'll be dribbling it and chewing it.
Yeah, chewed pen. Yeah, you can keep your pens, thanks, Stephen. Very kind. Yeah.
So.
Oh, someone's got 3 children that we can give away. Oh yeah, Mrs. B.
Brilliant. Andy Blair's just bought himself a Sterling Nichols after a Bailey Ranger. Oh, but thank you. That's a very nice comment. And I think we're about... Are we coming up to...
Yeah, raffle one of Karina's home-cooked meals. I would actually like people to buy tickets, though, not be in fear of winning such a great prize that they don't buy any tickets. But, I mean, I'm happy to. I mean, if you want, what prize could be that I'd do a demonstration of my skills, maybe, for one of the tickets. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments as well, just whilst we're having a bit of a think as to what we're going to say next. We've noticed that a few of the lives have dropped off, and as entertaining as we are talking to an iPad that's strapped with 500 tons of gaffer tape to a tripod, that I will, Dan, take a picture of very shortly and let you see. Because it's such a community and everybody's chatting to themselves because they're not really watching us, that's fine. But if you want something a little bit more, I won't say regular because we need something to talk about, as now I'm just rambling. But if there is anything that you would like a little bit more frequently, we could always try and facilitate when the best times would be for you. So because I've learnt Friday nights, Saturday nights are normally not the best.
So Caravan Chit Chat's dropped in, and it's nice to hear that Lloyd Goodwin, whose trip to Tourfest I ruined for him, said that he had to call the West Yorkshire Police, which to get through you've done well, and that someone's getting burgled and a load of bobbies turned up and the helicopter. So when it works, I tell you what, seriously, West Yorkshire, when it works, it does work. So I mean, Jules has been on, is it Traffic Cops or Interceptors or something?
Oh, we don't need to go there, do we?
He's a hero. He's a traffic hero. If you've ever had a ticket, it was probably him. Yeah. So yeah, Bus and Beyond are here. Yeah, we need to see Fudge. So do we. He's just, Fudge! Fudge!
Yeah.
You going to wake up? Come on!
Come on.
Yeah, he does exist. He's not a toy dog that we carry around. Oh, here he is. Yeah. You normally smell him before you see him, because he stinks, don't you, Mr. Fudge? Yeah. Can you sit? No. Why can't you sit? Yeah, here he is. You can see the top of his head. He smells like an animal out of Longley. Is probably the best way to describe him. But he is a very good boy.
So for those of you who are techno rated, what I'll do is I will take a picture.
You good boy, little man.
And as best as I can. So this is the setup that we've got here running today. A little bit of gaffer tape.
Eileen says he needs some dog cologne. I think he's beyond dog cologne, Eileen, but I'm happy to test it for you.
So as you can see there, there's a little bit of gaffer tape on a mic. There's a bit of a dead cat that's just sort of sat there. And yeah,
fudgy.
I have not got a clue how I'm going to get all that off the back of my pad. But
yeah, Fudge is 8 and a bit now. And Ronnie and Max are saying hello. And Parkness had a border collie called Fudge. And yawning, yeah. And, sorry for waking you, Fudge. Lovely to see you. No, he does not.
Come on then.
No.
Come on then.
Fudge knows not to get on the furniture.
Ooh.
Yeah, he stinks. Ooh. We could raffle the smell of him off. In fact, if you'd like to bath him, yeah,
don't knock my setup. Don't
Right.
knock the setup.
I think you've had your 5 minutes of fame there, Fudge. Yeah.
Oh, his breath.
So yeah, good job you don't have smell-o-vision. You're right there. Love German Shepherds. They're a brilliant breed. I mean, everyone's got the favourite, haven't they? And yeah, he's big and he does smell, but he's very protective and he makes me feel safe.
Who's it?
So yeah, no, we're not barking. No.
Fudge says hello. Good boy. Come on.
Right, I'm so glad we woke him up. Are you going back to bed now? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So that's it really. We called in on my dad earlier, didn't we? He's in fine spirits after his 2-week Caribbean trip, where he decided it was too warm for him and he wouldn't go again. Well, I could have told him that. Yeah. It's like, you don't need Judith Chalmers to tell you it's going to be warm in the Caribbean, do you? But, yeah, that's my dad for you. Right. Oh, look, Bob Earnshaw says Fudge woke Poppy and Tara up. Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
Sorry.
yeah. Sorry, well done, Fudge. Yeah, oh look, everyone's woken up now.
Bentley says hello.
I bet he does. Everyone else's dogs are probably cowering behind some item of furniture. So yeah, I do apologise. Everyone else's dogs are barking now. Yeah.
They can leave a comment too.
You can blame Bus and Beyond for that, because apparently they asked Fudge to make an appearance and he did. So yeah, sorry for that, guys. Oh, Tony's cat's done a little poo. Sorry, Tony. So yeah. Oh, bless. But no, I mean, has anyone got any questions or anything they want to say that they're doing or talk about or not? Because I don't know. That's pretty much where we're up to, literally, for the next few months. We've got loads more planned, but I don't want to bore you all to tears. So
tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, new video out.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's already up, ready, sat there waiting.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Are you both still house hunting down south? We are. We are. When we go down to Devon, we are having a look.
Home is where you park it.
So yeah, I mean, as you know, we sold our house, trotted off down south with the intention of buying, and then sadly my mum deteriorated, and we came back to Yorkshire, and then my mum passed away, and now I've got my mum's house, which is where this is now our home. But we are selling this house because we do want to be down south. We love Yorkshire, we've always been here, but there's a lot of memories in Yorkshire. And I think the problem with being in the police, although we live in a nice village, if we go a little bit further out, we're reminded very much of a lot of the jobs we went to that weren't always the best things that we saw. So we'd be driving down one of the roads and it'd be like, oh, we went to that there and that there. And the only thing that's here now is my dad. And my dad can travel. So we are looking down south. Jules' family are mainly down south. He's got an auntie in Sidmouth and his sister's further down there. So
Birmingham.
Yeah, we are looking probably Devon at the moment.
Ignorance is bliss.
Devon, but when we find the dream home, we'll let you know, and you can all come round and we'll have a barbecue.
Colin, no, she didn't have these nails in the police. That's why she's rebelled.
Yeah.
And they've now gone.
Yeah.
I
spent all those years doing what I'm. It is a discipline service. You do as you're told, and I spent all those years doing exactly what I was told. And then when we left, that was it. I just thought, time for us now, I suppose.
Now she doesn't listen to anyone.
No, I don't
just
listen.
Talks.
But it's like you couldn't be on social media. There was a lot of constraints on us. And that's why now we've probably just gone a little bit mad, haven't we, really? We've got a YouTube channel. I'm all over Twitter. Yeah, I'm not really bothered. I could tell you a lot of interesting stories from the police, so, yeah, we won't go into those. They were pretty wild. So, yeah, but if you ever do want to know some interesting stories, do come and see us.
Rob, thanks for the heads up about all the roadworks in Harrogate. I used to live over that way as well, so it's going to be interesting. Because there's always been roadworks. Skipton Road, always up and through.
It's a beggar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a
nightmare.
We'll
get through, and then we'll make our way back. Oh, Anne says you could set up a caravan site in your back garden in Devon. Yeah, because there's not really room in your garden, Anne. That's one of the problems that we found, haven't we? So yeah, we saw Anne and Gary for lunch this week, didn't we? They're a good laugh. But one good thing about the caravanning is it is a good laugh. Everyone meets up, we have a laugh, and we've all got a shared interest. And I don't know, it's just nice to see everyone's different caravans, everyone's different cars, awnings, where they're going. I mean, we're still wanting to get into Europe this year, and we're hoping that's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
It is going to happen. We're going to go somewhere a bit different and do something a bit different, just because
we are different.
Just because we're a bit different. But yeah, we're going to do something. I've got a plan, and hopefully it might come together. But our plans do often change. Can I book onto that site too? our plans do change a bit because,
But I don't know about
up.
them, so it
No.
doesn't change to me because it's just as it was, and I go where I'm
Just
told.
a bit of a laugh. We're off to France for the first time. Latitude Adventures. Yeah, I mean France. It's nice, is France, and hopefully you should have the good weather. It's popular for caravanners. There's loads of advice as well on the internet about how to do it, and how to get there. I think if we went, we'd probably end up on the tunnel, because I've got a thing about seasickness. I'd never had an issue until I had a general anaesthetic, and now toss me about like a salad, and I'm not having a good time. So I think we might be in the tunnel, and get that's just my.
Something popped into my head then, and I'm just not even going to go there.
No, probably best not to.
Right.
You just have to turn up, Jules. It will be fine. Oh, yeah. Well, he normally does, bless him. Bus and Beyond say Europe's fantastic. I know you are away at the moment.
So jealous.
Brilliant photos.
Those pictures.
Sean's feet. What beautiful feet for a man. Straight away, it just leapt out at me. I thought, wow. And
he's got a lovely little tattoo as well, just on his right foot. Oof. Oh, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, and partners. Yeah, when we open our little caravan site, do we offer a discount for subscribers? Yeah, of course we do. And and I'll be on hand to cook for you as well. Yeah. Come to Northern Ireland, some fantastic caravan parks. I was looking at Ireland the other day, funnily enough. So yeah. And then we went on the tunnel as we didn't feel comfortable in leaving the dogs in the car. See, that's a good point as well, when you've got a dog. I mean, to be fair, Fudge is brilliant. He will sleep through anything. Nothing bothers him. I mean, he's fast asleep again now. And he's let rip some wind as well. Just let me tell you that. It stinks.
Probably when I was making him bark.
Yeah, yeah. So the tunnel is a good idea because it's quicker. You're in the car, you shoot through the tunnel, you pop out the other end, and it probably is a bit easier for dogs. As I say, we're quite fortunate, but yeah, that's another reason. I know Bob's saying he prefers the tunnel as well, and I know he gets about, which doesn't sound right, but he gets about, so I'd go with that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, has anyone got anything exciting they wish to tell us? I don't know, anything coming up or not coming up?
I don't know.
Come on, guys, let's hear it. This is your chance to get us properly excited.
Really getting used to talking to this lens on this pad. It's quite good. I can talk to it. It doesn't talk back to me.
Oh, Ronnie doesn't like alarms, and you can hear them going off on a deck. Oh, poor Ronnie. No, Fudge, that's the radiator. Yeah, Fudge is leaping into action to fight a radiator now.
Because it woke him up.
Because it woke him up. He might let some more wind.
He's now looking round to see who's dropped that dirty smell, as if it isn't actually him.
Yeah. Partners, what sort of dog food do you feed Fudge? He has Wag, and then I mix it with meat, Win-A-Lot, Butchers, Tesco's, whatever. And he gets one big meal in the morning, then he gets treats during the day. But he doesn't get human food. Occasionally, very occasionally, we take him through McDonald's drive-through and he's allowed a hamburger, but no gherkin. I know you'll say that's really bad, but that's the only human food he gets. But he is spoiled.
Some people say it's human.
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah, it's not really human food, is it? But no, I don't give him my cooking. No. We're thinking of fly drive caravan to Australia. Wow, that's pretty cool, Nick. Wow. Now that would be quite a mega tour.
And it sounds like Bob's borrowing an autograph next week.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a good trip.
But we're just Bailey salesmen.
Well, why not? Why not?
Absolutely.
I tell you what, it's good when you can take them and show people and show the practicality of it, because that's what we found. When you find that you've spent all that money and then you go away and you realise it's not really what you thought. That happened to our friends. You know, the Jobs, Mark was on here a minute ago. And their first motorhome, brilliant. Spent all the money, went off and realised the beds weren't right. Because Anne just didn't want to sleep with him anymore. So now they've got single.
I'm reading this, I totally missed
Sorry,
what
Anne
you
and
said.
Mark. Yeah, I was just explaining why Anne and Mark got the motorhome they got.
Caravanning Adventures with Archie, what camera do you guys use? Well, for this, we're just using an iPad mini, which I'm trying to get an iPad Pro because that is what's needed. It's for work, so apparently if I use the it's for work, I might be allowed it.
And what about that gimbal? Didn't you say you needed a gimbal as well?
That's for work.
Ah.
But the DSLR that I use is the Canon 200D, which I find absolutely fantastic for videoing. The photography, videoing, everything like that. Yeah, I love it. Really light. Probably would have gone M50 if I went full mirrorless, but it was just a little bit out of my price range. So that's what we use for the vlogs. Yeah. And your phone.
Yeah, when you've no job like us, you know, and you're hoping that you're going to be adopted by Anne and Gary, and it's not happening, you've got to watch the pennies. So yeah, keep trying. Right, so we've got Yvonne Goodwin. They're off to Sandringham in April. Now it's safe. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that'll be good. Not been to Sandringham. I think I went years ago when I was a child. My grandma used to love going to Sandringham, but I've not been since. Howard B, hi both, just found your live. Any date soon when you will do a review of the first year of the Rexton? We will be, because we're also going to do the Adria and we're doing the Rexton. I can say that Rexton, and I'm again, like, Bob's not selling Baileys, I'm not selling Rextons, but that tow car for the money is amazing. 1 year in, 16,000 miles, no faults, no problems, tows like nothing. Yeah, 0 to 60, you're not going to be going like rocket fast. But that isn't why you buy a great big 2.2 tonne SUV. But my God, that thing is fantastic. And because it's well under £40,000, you won't get stung with road tax, which a lot of people are now falling foul of that. Our road tax this year for its sort of second year, such £140. Insurance is cheap, fairly heavy on fuel when towing, but you know, I think a lot of cars are going to be doing that when you're towing a heavy van. But yeah, brilliant car. Absolutely, we're made up with it, and we were like proper badge snobs. To say we now got a SsangYong, it's like wow. But yeah, brilliant, love it. Paul, hello both, love your channel. What was a highlight of 2018 for you both in terms of caravanning? Do you know what? I would say Trudgefest. And the reason Trudgefest was a highlight of 2018 caravanning was the people we met at that event, after we'd got to know them like this online and Twitter and social media, and we met up with them, and my God, Anne and Gary, again, I harp on about them, but they looked really miserable. If you look at their Twitter picture, you think, ooh, they look a bit serious. What a laugh. And John and Tina Cook, and everyone, like Sid Lewis, and Bob was like there.
Everybody that we met, it was absolutely, it was such
Martin
a scream.
Davis.
And there was even people coming up and chatting, and because we met online and chatted online, it was fantastic. The atmosphere was brilliant.
Yeah.
The weather was good when it didn't bounce it down with rain.
Andy's chicken. Yeah, that was a highlight, Dan. Andy's chicken. I mean, God. It was still clucking.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That was awful. I'll tell you what happened to that poor man. Poor Andy. Right.
Poor Andy.
Poor Andy. They got him inebriated on the cook-off, and he was that inebriated that he would not have even known what was in that tin foil, what sort of animal it was. And when it came to testing his chicken, it was pink. It was still moving. And
to be fair though, I do remember a bit of a time when we sort of played a bit of a prank on him and told him that he only had about 20 minutes left to roast this chicken. So he went running round to Dan's. Dan, have you got any spatchcock skewers so I can spatchcock my chicken? It was brilliant. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Torafest this year. Yeah. It was such a scream.
Yes, I'd say Trudgefest because it was our first year caravanning. We'd sort of seen people on here, and we didn't really know what to expect, and we had the best time ever. And the good thing was you didn't have to do anything if you didn't want to do it. And I think that's quite nice about the caravan show. Like February ended up more of a bit of a social gathering for quite a few of us, just having a chat. Because it is nice to meet people for real. Because you see them on here and you just think, oh, are they really like that? Or, wow, you know, brilliant. Some of the folk we've met are hilarious. Hitchup and Toe would love to go to Torafest. Always seems to fall when you're away. Oh, well.
It's not a caddick cook-off, John. It's a cook-off.
Yeah.
Some people who won last year with his Weber,
Yeah.
with his Weber barbecue,
No.
Sid.
And
yeah. And his 15-hour slow roasted lamb that I still remember.
Yeah, you still talk about that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's all good. Oh yeah, and apparently Dan, he's going to volunteer to judge the cocktail
off.
Yeah, the cocktail off. Yeah, work that one out. So yeah.
I think the only rules to that is it's got to have alcohol in it. You can't just ply them with cups of tea.
Yeah. Ooh.
So this is what we've got to come. This is what's in store, guys and girls. This is it. This is our Tourfest 2019.
Yeah.
Be there, be square.
There won't be a 2020. No, he wasn't talking to you, Fudge. So yeah, Ben Grundy loves watching our videos and recognising a few names on here in the comments as well. Yeah, it's good. I mean, a lot of people do drop in. The lives they're more of a social thing, aren't they? Just to have a bit of a laugh, really.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, when we did our first one when we got to 1,000 subscribers, we said when we got there, we'd do it. So that's when we did our first one.
Did that land on my birthday as well?
Could have done.
Yeah, I remember having a balloon in the awning at Wareham, and we'd just hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you had a big balloon, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, bless. Yeah, it's amazing though how quickly things change in a short space of time. You just never know. And that's always my message, folks. You just never know what life's going to bring. So enjoy it. And it's like with the caravanning. Get out there and enjoy it. You know, if you book a weekend and go for it. Have a fallout about who's hitching up and who's putting the legs down. Fallout, you know, it's brilliant fun.
It's all part of fun.
Yeah, and then it'll rain and it's like one of you's going to get soaked. It's brilliant.
And the other one will stand and laugh.
Yeah, or like me, I just stand back and watch. Yeah.
But yeah.
So, yeah, on Latitude Ventures, any plans for a visit to Longleat at Christmaskin? Could well be, not sure yet. I know we are there in September. I think we're going for the balloons, is it? The balloons? Yeah, there's a few people booked in. I think Mike Johnson's going. I think, I'm not sure if Dawn Allard's going then. She said she was going to go. There's a few of us going to go for the balloons. I don't even know what these balloons are, but...
I love it.
I'm going,
Eileen,
and it's...
Carpe diem, absolutely, Caesar Day.
Yeah, you used to put that on your emails at work.
And caveat emptor.
Yeah.
Buyer beware.
That's when we're going to be at Longleat after Tourfest is September, and we will be there for... It'll be Jules' birthday on the 12th of September, so if anyone's in that area for that weekend... What? Do you want Jules to know it's your birthday?
No!
Why not? Birthdays are so exciting!
God, right.
I don't know where...
Simplify.
I think
well said, Nick. Well said.
Oh, Karen Rice will miss seeing you at Wareham this year. Oh, yeah. Well, you will have to meet up because John and Karen are absolutely lovely people. We met them quite a few times last year at Wareham, and yeah, we'll have to get in touch because we're down your way quite a lot. So we'll have to find somewhere where you're going to be, and we'll meet up.
Yes, and Park Nest, I am waiting. I am waiting for 1,000 subs.
I will get. Yeah, I would die to see Park Nest do a live. You've cracked me up. If you haven't watched Park Nest channel, venture over.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you would never come to Yorkshire if you watched that. But no, you are just so funny. You actually reduced me to tears one day on one of your vlogs. I think it was a BMW wheel or something.
No, it was
What was it?
It was the Polo.
It was a Polo wheel.
I was struggling to get
he couldn't get it off.
Yeah, the
And
axle.
the more he tried different things, it was like a Soul Secure testing video. Oh, I cried I couldn't stop.
Absolutely, Bob. One life, live it. And
Life is too short.
That is what that is our sort of
it's like
mantra.
we had a comment the other day on an Instagram post asking if this was our full-time job now. This is what we got paid to do, and we were like, no, we don't get paid anything to do this. We literally do all this. And vlogging, on a serious note, vlogging costs a fortune. We did leave work last year. I received a payout, and we left the West Yorkshire Police. And literally since then, well, we went off and we did, most of you know, we did some wardening, and that came to an end because my mum she deteriorated pretty quick, and we came home, and that was it. So since November, we've literally decided this is our year out, and all we're doing is just having fun, getting away in the van, vlogging, and whatever drops in, and brilliant. And we've really, that's why the show was important for us, to try and get as much content and many companies on board to show you the things that are out there. But yeah, this person, they weren't being rude. It was like a genuine question about, do you get paid to do this? No. And when we're away, we've got the sites to pay for, the fuel to pay for, it's the wear and tear on the van, the mileage on the car.
But we love it.
But we do.
We genuinely love
so much
bringing
fun.
all this out.
We're actually smiling. But yeah, it is. So if anyone sort of, thinks vlogging, and it isn't easy, we spend, a lot of our days are spent like vlogging stuff and putting vlogs together and writing the blogs. But it's brilliant. It's so much fun. And when people say that they've enjoyed it, then that really means a lot to us. And if people say it's rubbish, well, fair enough, take it on the chin. So yeah, and equally,
positive criticism.
Yeah. So if you want to have a go at vlogging, just go for it. But I think you've got to be realistic. You're not suddenly going to get handed free caravans and all this. That isn't the reality. It's a lot of hard work, but my God, it's fun, and you meet some cracking people. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that, really. Paul, thank you for your reflection on 2018. Jules, what would you say has been your best gadget purchase? Oof. Oh. Oof.
I would have to say at the moment, yeah, it's probably going to be a bit of a, it's going to be a bit of a, some people love it, some people hate it, but I've just got a Who2.
I knew you were going to say your Who2, yeah.
Now, I know this is a bit of a funny issue because people say about sort of having multiple sort of devices on and lowering the bandwidth for other people and things like that, but we've used it as a charger. I've used it to store some of the photos and bits and pieces and files that we've got, but yeah, it also can have a secure network for Wi-Fi,
which is good
when
for
we're
us.
on sites, it does help just giving that little WPA security extra. So that, I would have to say at the moment,
protect yourself against fraud. That is the crime prevention
the
tool.
The best thing that I've got at the moment. So yeah, the Who2 Titan.
So we've got the Venomator gaffer tape. Yeah, gaffer tape. Anne Brooks, August TV. I must say that little TV is a belter, and we use that. And the reason it's a belter is, to be fair, our Adria, that thing can pick up like space signals on that aerial. I've never done anything like it. We don't plug into bollards, no matter where we've been, even in Wareham Forest. Up it goes in the air, and my God, we get over 100 channels. But the August TV, equally with that tiny little aerial at Longleat at Christmas.
Slow down, I can't even hear you.
At Longleat at Christmas, when the van we had, which wasn't our Adria, wasn't picking anything up, that little telly picked up, again, how many channels? Was that over 100 channels?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
The August TV. It was brilliant. That was a really good bit of kit. That I was impressed with that. Partners bought it on the strength of your video review. Well, I'll tell you what, I know other people bought them, and those TVs,
they're brilliant.
They're brilliant.
Even though we have got a TV now in the front as well, we take that and use it in the bedroom.
And the awning.
So when we just laid in bed, just sit and watch TV. Oh, it's fantastic, and the awning as well. Just when me and the little guy are having a little bit of quality time and a beer out there, I can go out and watch what I want to watch, and it's really good, really good.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, people saying they bought the Who2s as well. They're good, and it's the security aspect, because again, online fraud's a big thing, and it's not just online as well. And that's another thing. Don't drop your guard down when you're at home, because a lot of people, when you're sat at home, this right now is the most likely place you'll be the victim of fraud, whether it be on your telephone, letter, or email, or using the internet, because you feel safe in your home. So I'm just going to say,
Aren't you happy you came along to this live tonight? It's such a positive, cheery type of place.
Yeah. Anne and Gary keep their doors locked now in case we drop round and they become the victims of fraud.
Bob, this is my little guy. He's still a puppy in my eyes.
Oh, why has Bob said you
He
call
said
him the little guy?
The little guy, is
Oh,
that a
yeah.
euphemism?
The little guy. That's what we call him. He's the little guy. It's like when people say, "What's your dog called?" and we say, we talk about Fudge. And then they see him and it's like, "That's Fudge." I'm like, yeah.
It's great seeing the face because they're expecting, I think they're expecting something
A
small.
toy poodle or...
They say, "Oh, well, what's the name of your dog?" "Oh, it's Chocolate Fudge."
Yeah.
That's not Chocolate Fudge. Well, he's brown.
Yeah, he stinks. Yeah, that's Fudge. No, well, when you've got a big dog, you find that if you call it like Titan or Satan...
Bruno.
Bruno, Andy Morley's Bruno. But people are scared to death. Whereas when you call him Fudge, it's like, oh, that's Fudge. My last German Shepherd, he was called Chocolate Brownie. So...
Chocolate Brownie, Chocolate Fudge. You get the theme?
Yeah, it's got to be food related. So yeah, the little guy. We do love our dog. I know some people think that we don't because he doesn't always feature in things, but we think a lot of our dog. It's the nearest I'm getting to a child anyway, that's for sure. If I had any children, I don't think they'd be with me for long.
So we've been waffling for nearly an hour.
I know. I need to go and dye my hair. You might have noticed it's looking pretty horrific. I know it's a surprise, but I'm not naturally blonde, and I need to go and dye my hair.
And I think we need to sort of
But look at my eyebrows. You can tell. These don't just like grow. If you're blonde, do they? I'm saying that as that model who's got them. So I need to go and dye my hair. Tomorrow morning. We have a meeting with a chap who we're going to go and see, and we are also meant to be going to Stuart Longton's, aren't we, tomorrow? Because I need to go get some new towing mirrors.
Yes.
I need to get some big boys. Because ours are a bit naff. So we're going to head to Longton's, all being well, as long as we've got time. And then it'll be, tomorrow we're going to have some tea with some friends. My friend Sam, who she's not on here at all, but she has Crohn's, which is quite a debilitating illness where basically your insides start causing you some great grief. And she's had a few operations and she's not a well lady. And she had a dog had to be put to sleep the other week, bless her. And they've had little Max since, over 10 years. So she's pretty depressed. So we're going to take her out for some tea, her and her husband, and catch up with them. So that's tomorrow night. We had a...
Paul saying that you watched the Duvalet mattress vlog. You thought they were quite expensive and worried that the memory foam would be a bit hot and sticky. Well, I'm quite a hot person.
But ours is the sprung as well.
Yeah, so it's not all memory foam, but I haven't found it hot at all. Granted, it has been winter, but Karina does have the heating on at about 30 odd degrees. So,
and my fleece pyjamas are always on as well.
Yeah, I've got to say, in all honesty, that Duvalet mattress is better than the mattress we have here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
A proper home mattress.
Yeah.
If you're away in it a lot, then
upgrade.
it is an investment that I wouldn't hesitate to recommend. I really wouldn't.
Any tips on awning kitchen units for a microwave? Van Gogh does a kitchen unit, which is very good. Isabella do one, and what's that cheap one we got at Go Outdoors that you've got?
The kitchen.
Oh, can't remember.
Kitchen the cooker. Kitchen cooker.
Yeah, have a look at Go Outdoors. They do a cheaper version, which to be fair, we've got it, and
I'd also say have a look at Toshaw.
Toshaw's got loads of stuff.
I've just picked up the new catalogue. They've got some good stuff in.
Depends how much you're going to use it. For a microwave, the one we've got, I'd definitely take a microwave. I know we've used what do you call it, halogen oven as well before in the microwave to do whole chickens. So that's where I'd say have a look and decide what your price point is really. We like the Van Gogh stuff, but again, other people like other makes. So it's just what you've used. But the Go Outdoors one, which I can't remember how much that was, but good bit of kit, definitely recommend it. No problems. Right, so that's,
Just in answer to your question, we haven't gone down a MiFi route because simply for the fact of I don't want to be held to another contract. So I haven't looked down that route yet, because where we've been have mostly been caravan and motorhome club sites, so we've used the Wi-Fi there, and we've managed to suffice with that. But I haven't looked into it enough. I don't know if I could use a SIM card from here and use my data on a MiFi, but then I haven't got my phone, so I haven't looked at it. Is the honest answer. But I've heard some people saying that they are quite good. But again, it's all dependent on the signal in the area that you are and the provider that you use. So
yeah, I mean, we found, like I say, we've got the club Wi-Fi, which we use on club sites, and then a lot of places, generally, your 4G now, between us, either with Vodafone for me and you're with Three, we do get that coverage, and then you can hotspot. So and then some of the sites, they have, like the ones we're going to, the Devon one, that one's got Wi-Fi, so some of them provide it free as well. So we haven't as yet been in a situation where we've needed that extra Wi-Fi. Hence, we've not looked at that, have we?
See you later, Tony.
Bye, Tony. Take care. See you soon.
And for the love of caravans. And I think that is probably a good time for us to wrap up. We're an hour in. So yes, it's been a long day.
John Cook, he's back again. Hi, John.
Just managed to get back on again. So it would be a really good time now to say thank you very much for coming. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Don't be awful. Poor John. We love John. John's lovely. But yeah, seriously, thank you to everyone that has joined us. We do appreciate it. Our vlog tomorrow will be out. It's quite a light-hearted one by our standards. And then we've got loads of exciting adventures, and we're looking forward to getting back out and about with the Adria.
So 6 o'clock tomorrow,
yeah,
that'll be going on, and the blog for that will be going on just shortly after.
Bye to the Rockies.
Please do visit the website, have a look around the website, see what we've got ongoing there, and that's where we keep you up to date with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and I'm going to walk around there whilst Karina keeps talking.
And hopefully catch a few of you Saturday at the Warner Show at Harrogate. Thank you so much. Good night from us, and obviously from this little guy down here. There he is.
Say good night, Fudge.
Bedtime, Fudge.
Good night, Fudge.